Hi everyone, Alison here from Lavender Village Arts and Crafts. And before I get started today, you may or may not notice there's a slight change in my setup. I actually moved my room around this past weekend and have changed the layout of my desk. So this is the first time I'm doing any filming with the new setup, so we'll see how it works. And then I might need to move things around again, who knows? But anyways. So much fun. Okay, let's dive into today's Crafty Advent Calendar. It is the 19th, so let's see what is behind window number 19. It's down here. If I get into it, that would be great. Oh, it looks like another stamp set. Yeah, all right. So we had a happy birthday stamp set, and now it looks like we're getting a thank you stamp set. Let's grab some cardstock. I think I have some, nope, these are envelopes. But I have a tag that I stamped crooked. So let's just see what these guys stamp like. I'm just going to do what I did with the happy birthday ones. I'm going to put them all on one block and hopefully they're not upside down. So just like the birthday set, we have got a main greeting, like for the front of a card. And then some little sentiments that you can put inside or accent your card with. And yes, I know these are going to be crooked and all sorts of things, but I just want to give you the idea. All right. I'm still trying to figure out where my camera is. Okay. So thank you for all you do, for the lovely gift. You made my day. Beautiful. Okay, so I think it's time that we make a project. I haven't made a project in a couple of days, so I'm just going to gather some supplies and then we will come back and make something. See you soon. Here is what I have so far. I've got quite a few things on my desk. So let's take a look. This was the piece that I embossed when I was testing out the embossing folder from the other day. I can't remember which day it was. The package doesn't have the window number on it like the others do. So whatever day it was, this week, last week, the days are running together. I've got that. I've got a tag that I just had in sort of my stash of supplies. So I've got this. I've got the windows that I cut out. That was from a couple days ago, day number 17. So I've got 3 of these I want to layer up. And then I thought it would be fun to bring in some more things. So I cut a mushroom that was from window number 8, and I've got some flowers that was from window number 10. I got some of the little sort of buds as well, and then I thought we could also bring in the sequins from yesterday and embellish it with the sequins, and then of course we've got today's stamp set. So that's a lot for one little tag. I've also pulled out the prize ribbon distress oxide. I will use this to stamp the words, as well as probably do some inking around the edges. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do quite a bit of ink blending or just run a little bit of ink around the edge. We'll sort of play it by ear. Okay, let's get started. First off, let's just run some ink around the edge. And then I think my next step is to apply this embossed sort of border strip. Currently it will hang off the edge. That is completely fine. I'll just trim it. Let's get some adhesive on this. But I want this to be the grounding line, so to speak, and have everything else built upon that. You know what? I'm going to ink this as well. Just give it a little light inking. I don't have to do those end bits because it's going to get trimmed off. So just going to line it up along the bottom. Use my Spellbinders shears to trim it. Let's make sure it's trimmed nicely, and then because everything else is inked on the edge, we'll give this a little bit of ink too. Okay. My thought for these guys was to have something like this. I kind of want them layered a little bit like that. Does that look strange? And then let's pop out the little dots of our mushroom. So if we kind of have our mushroom like this, and I'm going to remember to actually put this piece on the mushroom this time with the flowers and some little sprays like this kind of a thing. We'll see. And then we can put, thank you. Maybe even, thank you, you made my day. Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to stamp those first because that will dictate how high up everything else will go. Where is my block? Now I'm just going to pull this down so I can see it a little bit easier because I want to make sure it's centered. Get it as straight as possible. You know I have issues getting my stamps straight. Can't stamp and talk at the same time. Must concentrate. Okay, stamping done. Put that aside. I'm going to cover up my ink for now because, you know, don't want to tempt fate. Okay, so now let's place these guys. I'm going to actually kind of build this backwards. It'll make sense in a minute. So this is the one I want on top. I want this light blue one to just kind of peek out at the side. Let's make sure it's not overhanging. And then I want that one to sort of not line up with the arches of this blue one. So sort of overlap it a bit. So we need to get some more tape from the back of this one. It's easier for me to build it this way than to try and place the lightest one down in the right spot on the background and then build up from there. It was just a little crooked, so let's see if I can get it straighter. All right. And then we just need a little bit more adhesive on the back of this. And this is where this double-sided, it's awesome. Have I mentioned how much I love this double-sided tape? This is where it comes in handy because I've got 3 layers of pretty thick cardstock. The Spellbinders cardstock. This is the stuff that came in the Stitchmas add-on kit. It's pretty thick cardstock. All right, so let's pull this down a little bit. And glue time for my mushroom. Not sure how, but I seem to have lost the pin part of my glue. So I'll have to replace that. If only I knew it was a craft store nearby. Now, I'm not going to ink these guys with blue. I think that would be a little bit, well, to be honest, weird looking. And you'll remember my craft mat kind of had an accident. Well, might have picked myself up something today that is going to make that a lot easier. Okay, now I'll show you. I got myself a magic mat. So these are sold by scrapbook.com. If you are a crafter, you have probably seen these. It's a magnetic mat that takes the place of one of these guys. And so I used it to cut out the mushroom and the flowers and everything today, and it works great. It's a little bit thinner though, so the center bit here, there is embossing on it, but I clearly need a shim because it's not coming through as clearly as it does on my other mushrooms. Let's see if I have my mushroom tag nearby. Okay, so let's see if we can compare and contrast. Can you see the embossing there? I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. And then on the one I did today, it's just not as clear. So I'll need to figure out a shim, but that's the least of my worries. I now am able to die cut again, so that's good. Okay, mushroom. Let's get our flower in place. I actually want to put these guys down first. I want to have, let's see, how do we want to do this? Have like a flower. And there's multiple layers of paper here, so I'm actually not going to pop these up. But what I am going to do is get my little buds in place first before I put my mushroom on top. Stuck to me. Okay, and now my mushroom can go into place. And yeah, I'm going to cover those up, but that's okay. I think I'd like to move that a bit closer. All right, now we need some sequins. So we're just going to put some drops of glue around. Watch as they roll all over the desk. So they're not going to show up super well on this dark cardstock until you sort of move it in the light, and then they will shimmer and shine. Oops. Okay. I think we're going to call that done. So there is my project for today. Using the stamp set that we just opened up, plus a whole lot of other items from the month so far. All right, thank you for joining me. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss a day. And we will see you again tomorrow.